1, 2, 3. When I say here for, you say a purpose. Here for, here for. Not about somebody's religion or background or where they come from or how they identify. Like, come on, it's a human thing. Dr. MLK Blueprint speech, as we honor him during this week, like it was a human thing.
Today we attended a speech, a gathering, a seminar, a church service with John Johnson, and it was wonderful.
I'm from the projects, low-income housing. Like I stepped over urine and feces to get to school. True story. Saw drug addicts, different things like that going on in my neighborhood. But what will you do with your situation? Your circumstance does not define you. Your choices define you. Youth of Sullivan 180.
Very impactful and very powerful. Everything that he did, he was able to relate to the kids, use the verbiage that the kids are used to. Awesome.
I'm not here to convert you. I'm here to convict you. Why? Because these things did work for me. So it would be a disservice to not tell you it.
And it really touched my heart seeing how where he came from, a background from Brooklyn. That's where I'm from, you know. I almost didn't graduate middle school, but I turned my life around, and I appreciate John Johnson.
I had to imagine outside of a small 2-bedroom apartment in Brooklyn, New York, and I had to believe that I'm here for a purpose. I didn't get here though just by coming here thinking about myself. I helped people along the way. More importantly, people helped me. Because I think about leadership and I think about the ability to lead your life and not just live it. I'll tell you right now, my story wasn't no straight path. Like, don't take the suit for granted and you see all the entrance. No, there's a lot of work that went into this. I mentor young 14 to 15-year-olds, right? So it's every day and I'm seeing this, right? Like, don't just pick up that vape. Y'all with me? Don't just pick up that blunt. Don't just pick up that spliff. Don't just pick up those drugs and alcohol. Stay with me, y'all young adults, so we gotta keep it real. Yes, staff? What does it stand for usually? Most valuable player. Well, I put a twist on it. You might still be wondering, well, okay, purpose, I get it, I'm here for a purpose, it's a chant, John, it sounds good. But you might still be wondering, how do I do this thing? Well, I got something for my practical people. I wanted to provide you with a tool that you can take home.
If you have a middle school or you are involved with any type of students, children that need to be inspired, this is the guy. You have to get him to come and talk to these students. Just wonderful, awesome presentation. Everyone was engaged. It was just thrilling, actually, to see the students responding to this presentation.
When I say my life, you say it's worth it. My life, worth it. My life, worth it. When I say here for, you say a purpose. Here for, here for. Remember, your gift doesn't belong to you. I belong here. So how will you protect it? Hold on, you cannot pour from an empty cup. How will you share it with others? I'm John Johnson and I'm here for a purpose. How about you? Here we go, come on, we came here to have fun, here we go. Hey, let it run, Dan. Okay, let me see you, hold on. Left, right, come on, let's go. Left, right, hold on, left, right, bear with me. I mean, I'm just excited. I'm excited to be here with you guys, man. We're gonna have a great start to our day. We're gonna have an amazing day. I first would like to shout out the student facilitators. How was that? Wasn't that amazing? She's doing poems. That's not easy. They're doing their script. Can we make some notes for them? To be able to really celebrate the entire Sullivan 180 team, SUNY Sullivan. I mean, we don't have time for everyone individually, but everyone who put this amazing event together to even invite me and to have us sitting here. Come on, y'all, make some noise for the team that put this together. Yeah. That's so amazing. I need your entire focus, right? For these next couple minutes. I only got a few minutes with you. I'm not the only thing of the day. I'm just helping you start your day. Right? Somebody said, preach, my boy, I got you. Right? Stay with me, right? So here we go. This is the first test, seriously, right? People put on an amazing event for you. People set up seats, right? At one point or another, we were not able to sit like this. No, you don't got to repeat it, but that's powerful too. I mean, I like this group. You guys focus. Okay, I'm ready. I love it. Oh yeah, we're going to have fun. people who did not look the same and come from the same background could not sit among each other. Do you guys understand that? Like education was a fight at one point. People were not allowed to go into schools. So I think before we start our presentation, Dan, we can pull up the first opening slide, please. Before we start this conversation, I think it's very important that we understand what we're getting into. Does anybody remember the name or the title of my segment today? Did anybody read the front of the show? That's okay, I'll help you out. It's called Here for a Purpose. When I say here for, you say a purpose. Here for? Purpose. Okay, that was the demo, so I'm gonna need y'all to strong voice. We're gonna shake the whole building, right? Here we go. Don't be afraid to scream. I know there we go, I like that. Right, come on, you gotta want this thing. I can't want it for you. I know it's early, but you gotta start strong. So when I say here for, you say a purpose. Here for. Purpose. That's good. When I say here for, you say a purpose. Here for. Purpose. When I say my life, you say it's worth it. My life? It's worth it. My life? It's worth it. We're getting started. Here we go. Reflecting back on my life. Like, damn, I'm blessed. Strutting through my struggles and tackling my tests. Pushing through the pain, sometimes I struggle with stress. Yeah, that's good. Hopefully you guys got something from that. How was that? Awesome. That's awesome. Optimist was the last word. We can press it again, Dan, so they can see the title. Thank you. Awesome. Personal fulfillment when we talk about purpose. When we talk about purpose, right? We're going to be our conversation today very short, just a few moments, but I'm hoping that you'll get some value. When we talked about body language, upright, eye contact. I see some people taking notes already. They're on point. That's what you want to do today. If you catch something that stays with you, write it down. This is an opportunity for life-changing information today. Dr. MLK, may his soul rest in power, as we honor him through this weekend, he said that this might be one of the most important questions of your life. This is a critical time. That was to middle schoolers. I know that there's our high schoolers in the room, yes? Yeah. Right. And I know that there's a program called My Brother's Keeper in the room, yes? And so I work very closely with My Brother's Keeper. We'll talk about some of the programs I've been a part of. I'm also a part of a proud alumni of Higher Education Opportunity Program, right? All of these programs speak to the impact of community. Everybody say community on 3. 1, 2, 3. Community. Oh, come on, y'all. We got to do it together in unison. Stay with me. 1, 2, 3. Community. That's good. We're going to get into that. Next slide, Dan. Let's get started. When I think about optimist, the last word of that poem, optimist, it's about a mindset, optimistic. It was a mindset that I thought about as I came up at your age. Doesn't matter where the glass is. I'm just grateful I have water. I'm just grateful I have life. I'm just grateful I have purpose. Say it with me. I'm just grateful I have purpose. I'm just grateful I have purpose. Okay, I know that it's just a word right now, but I'm hoping that the stuff that we share today can help you leave. Maybe some of you might get it today, but I understand that some of this things are going to take some time. Don't feel pressured about yourself. Dang, you shouldn't be leaving today feeling overwhelmed, right? I want you guys to leave positive. When I think about optimistic mindset, I think about the story of this woman, a woman who journeyed to this country from the island of Trinidad and Tobago in her teenage years. Where she was raised by a family member after not being raised primarily by her parents, and she got so frustrated with seeing her friends at school who had their mom and dad and said, hey, where's my mom and dad? Like what about me? Like I was grown in a countryside, small village, right, where I was tying up pigs and goats as a young woman. Like I just feel like I have more. In that quest, she went on a quest and said, hey, I want to find more for my life. I want to find more. Well, that more led her to the United States of America, where she became a mother of her own. After growing with little to nothing, she was able to now pour into her own future. She was a mother of 2 and expecting her 3rd child. She received some life-changing news when she walked into the doctor's office. And she was excited. She said, Doc, here we go. Let's go, 3rd child. Like, I'm excited. Let's get it. Like, what we got? Well, ma'am, I need you to have a seat, actually. I have some bad news for you. Ma'am, the baby you're carrying for 4 months has no heartbeat. Ma'am, the baby that you've been carrying for 4 months right now is showing up on the sonogram that is virtually dead. Ma'am, at this point, you have 2 options. 1, you can seek herbal help. That is holistic support outside of medical. Or 2, you can have what's called a stillbirth, which is to give birth to a lifeless baby. Ma'am, at this point, those are the only two options that we have. I'm sorry, we can't help you. Well, thanks to divine connection, a close friend, and just essence of timing, next slide, Dan, that baby actually lived. That baby committed his first heartbeat. But hold on. Dan, next slide. I'm privileged to tell you and honored that that baby was me. I like that. She said, I told you. We got some superstars who were able to know, right? That woman is my mother. That story was a real story about my story. This is the story of my birth and how I came into the world. A lot of my life was about giving back, setting the example. It wasn't easy. So for my leaders in the room, I really mean that when I say shout out to you, because I think about leadership and I think about the ability to lead your life and not just live it. Like I think about the ability to leave the crowd and say, okay, well, I know I've been hanging with these people, but they're not for me. In a minute, I'll get into my high school story, but I'll tell you right now, my story wasn't no straight path. Like, don't take the suit for granted and you see all the entrance. No, there's a lot of work that went into this. Until to this day. We never have the mindset that we arrived and we're good. No. But what we do want to do is show up with excellence. Y'all with me? Yes. No. I said we show up with excellence. Y'all with me? Yes. All right, that's good. Excellence. What it means is that you show up your best self. That doesn't mean that you have 100% every day. I said your best self, which means if I feel 50 today, I'm going to bring all of that 50. If I feel 10 today, I'm going to bring all of that 10. I'm going to go reach out for support. What can I do to help me get up, right? Because the goal is to be up, yes? I'm not saying to be artificial, right? I'm not like, you're not supposed to come in happy all the time. If you do, great, like you're a superstar. But I'm talking about those of us who we understand we go through, anybody feeling like so-so today, maybe a little down, raise your hand. What is purpose? Why is it important? Why are we speaking about this today? Well, purpose, I just shared with you, led my mom as a young woman into the unknown. She had a little bit of family over here, but when she came over here, she had to change her plans. People switched up on her and told her that, hey, if you don't get a job soon, actually, we're going to have to not only kick you out of here, but you might be risking kicked out of the country. What are we talking about? We're talking about purpose. When I say here for, you say a purpose. Here for? Purpose. Come on, y'all. We came to Sully Sullivan today for what? A purpose. I share my story so that you find power in your own. Right now, you should be thinking about your own. Purpose is understanding why you're here, right? I'll let you take a moment to read that. We'll click 2 times, right? Let's take a look at that. Finding what truly matters to you. You should be asking yourself right now, what matters to me? I don't think that's too hard of a question. I know high school, right, I wasn't really thinking in depth about anything, so don't think like that. But I did begin to think about what mattered to me. We'll have one slide that I think I'll allow you to take a photo because it's a bit much, but that's a really important one. Other than that, I want you to stay locked in. Challenge yourself right now, right? We're on our phone for hours at a time. I think a few minutes to lock in helps. What truly matters to you? Next slide. I didn't always feel like I had that though. Let me slow it down and rewind it for some people. Y'all like a good story? Y'all like seeing proof? Talk to me. Here we go. Right? Receipts. We like receipts in this day and age. We like to show proof. Let's go next slide, right? I ain't just trying to talk to you guys. I don't want to just tell you. Let me show you something. Look at me. Check it out. Okay, rate the swag. Rate the swag real quick. 1 to 10. Is it valid? So-so? Drip? All right, so-so. I'll take that. It was a few years ago, so you know. It is what it is. Senior year of high school. Seniors in the room, let me see you. Okay, beautiful. Yeah, shout out that. That's exciting. It's coming up, right? It's coming up. We in transition, right? We coming out of a season. We coming into a new year. There's a lot going on. And so that's why this day is so special, because a group of people came and put together something out of a need in this county, in this community. Students who didn't feel represented, didn't feel heard. Do you guys understand that? That's where this came from. Like, the seat you're sitting in, don't take it for granted. Like, I wish I had a seat like this. Like at your age. This is what I was doing, and that's what I want to show you. So check it out. No judgment, to each his own. Like, everybody finds their path, but think about where you are, right, as I'm sharing this. This is me senior year. You see I got my shirt signed, and we were so excited. It was Spirit Week. We were all leaving our friends. This is me right here. But let me tell you something about this moment. I was also playing myself. I had 3 classes, health, English, gym. I'll give it to you real quick. Stay focused. And I started at 12 p.m. at noon. Long story short, I cut class so much that I earned myself a spot on the list to not graduate. I had the principal tell me directly, John, because it was a family community kind of a school, and she knew my mom. So she was able to pull me, right, and said, honey, do you know you're on the list to not graduate? I got the reports back today, and I was surprised to see your name on the list. Like, John, like what? Like, some of us have to really question, like, is this me? And at this moment, I had to question it. Well, I decided to go to class out of nowhere one day, and I walked into English class when my English teacher got a call right away. Got a call. Hey, John, you're wanted downstairs in the main office. Well, I walked down to the office. He followed me. I was met in a room similar to this. Well, not as big, but similar to this, right? A conference room, and there were 4 people inside, right? My health teacher, my gym teacher, my English teacher had just followed me, my principal, and my mother. All 5 people in that room, and a lot was said. I don't have time to give it all to you today, but basically the one thing that stood with me was that you would be silly to work this hard to get this far to give up now. And that stayed with me, guys, years later to this moment. Well, that day it wasn't easy, but I turned my act around. I decided that I would go back to class. I decided that I would stop hanging out with friends that didn't represent me. I decided I wouldn't do drugs because it wasn't for me. Like, I decided to take decisions and stop doing it. Like, I decided to stop hanging around people that didn't represent where I was going. I decided to stop using habits and stop doing habits that didn't represent my purpose. Y'all follow me? I shared with you my story. You got to tap into who you are. That's just mine. Where do you come from, scholars? Youth of Sullivan County. Who are you? You should be thinking about that at junior year and senior year. It's not too early. I don't want you to feel pressured, but I want you to feel empowered. Yes? I also want to share in this moment that I'm not here to convert anyone. This isn't a religious conversation. I know at times you might have heard certain mentions and things like that. This is my belief. I'm not here to convert you. I want you to hear this clearly. But I am here to convict you. Hold on, somebody might have missed that, right? I know you guys are thinking. I hear the processing going on, right? I'm not here to convert you. I'm here to convict you. Why? Because these things did work for me. So it would be a disservice to not tell you it. It would be silly for me to come in here and say, hey, guys, purpose is this. And here's how you do it. Here's the great 3-piece formula. Good job. No, I'm going to show you how it worked, and it was ups and downs. So here I am, cutting class, true story. I'm in the cafeteria. That is where I spent a lot of my time. Instead of being in class, I was playing dominoes, Uno, just totally not focused. And I almost lost it all until, next slide, here's where my decisions took me. I want you to see both sides. It wasn't easy, but I kept working day after day. I put in the work to catch up to people who were doing what they were doing from the first place. I didn't get here, though, just by coming here thinking about myself. I helped people along the way. More importantly, people helped me. Right? And that's what it's about. And so my decisions, time after time, little by little, led me to this moment. But it didn't stop there. I was able to graduate, guys. After almost losing it all, I was able to graduate. It was around like a similar time like now, I think, where I was able to start going to class. And I kept going, and it led me to jump on Common App, and I applied to colleges. And before I knew it, I was on tours. I had never saw college in my future. I thought about my future, but I just didn't think college was real. Coming out of inner city, Brooklyn, New York, you guys heard my intro. Inner city, I'm from the projects, low-income housing. Like, I stepped over urine and feces to get to school. True story. Saw drug addicts, different things like that going on in my neighborhood. But what will you do with your situation? Your circumstance does not define you. Your choices define you. Youth of Sullivan 180, Youth of Sullivan County, excuse me. We could clap for that. I appreciate that. I said your circumstance don't define you. That means like where you are, where you from, like what you came from. Like, don't just think about the day. Oh, well, it's too hard. I see this online. Well, what are you going to do? Speak from I. That's when you're most powerful. Don't focus on day. And I mean that with the utmost respect, because I know we have a lot of important days. My mom and my family was a day, but I had to dream outside of my day. I had to see outside of my day. I had to imagine outside of a small 2-bedroom apartment in Brooklyn, New York. And I had to believe that I'm here for a purpose. I had to believe that I'm here for a purpose. Okay, I had to believe that I'm here for a purpose. That decision led me not only to graduate high school. Here's my college graduation. I got a full 4-year scholarship through the Higher Education Opportunity Program. Changed my life. It was the first time I came up to Albany, New York, 3 hours away from home. I had never been that far from my mother. Huge, huge, huge life change. But it changed my life, and I stayed there. Majority for the last couple of years. It's crazy, and here I am now, currently business. Check it out. What a decision can do for you. Who will you be? Go next slide. Almost through. Y'all with me? Thumbs up? All right. How is it so far? We going good? All right. Beautiful. Stay with me. Just a little more. Here's the main course of today, right? How can I become an MVP? What does it stand for usually? Most valuable player. Well, I put a twist on it because I think this is an important tool. You might still be wondering, well, okay, purpose, I get it. I'm here for a purpose. It's a chant, John. It sounds good. But you might still be wondering, how do I do this thing? Well, I got something for my practical people. I wanted to provide you with a tool that you can take home. Morals. Everybody say morals with me. 1, 2, 3. Morals. Morals. What is the right thing to do, scholars? I'm going to call you guys scholars because that's what I believe you are. What is the right thing to do? Universal. Not just what you think is right. Here's the thing, because today's society, a lot of people are arguing about what's right, what's not right, right? We can look at that around the country. I'm not here to make any statements politically or anything like that, but I want to suggest to you to look at what's called the fruit. My thing is the fruit, right? In other words, what comes from your decision? And that's how we can decide what is universal, right? Dr. MLK in his blueprint speech, he said eternal. He used the word eternal. That's basically like what stands over time. It don't matter when we spin it, right? How will your decisions impact in times to come? You follow me? And that's how you can decide, right? So you might be asking yourself, damn, what's the right thing to do? Well, think about how will it make others feel? How will it make you feel? What's going to come from this decision? Like don't just go into it. You know what I mean? Hold on, let me make it real for you, because I mentor young people, so I feel like I can speak to this. I mentor young 14 and 15-year-olds, right? So it's every day, and I'm seeing this, right? Like, don't just pick up that vape. Y'all with me? Don't just pick up that blunt. Don't just pick up that spliff. Don't just pick up those drugs and alcohol. Stay with me, y'all young adults, so we got to keep it real. Yes, staff? We got to keep it real. I think that's helpful. Like, this event was built off people who said they didn't feel represented. So let's make sure we connect the dots here. Like, as we start today, it's important that y'all move through this and understand we see you and we want the best for you, but you got to want it for yourself. It was up to me to leave my friend group that was encouraging me to cut class in high school. Like, I had to do that. Although my mom had a meeting, they helped me, the community stood out for me. Like, I still had to stop going, okay, John, let me go to class now. Hold on, I want something for myself because I see where this is leading me. You got to think ahead. Let's go next slide, right? So owning up to my past mistakes. You got to have some responsibility. That is an example of a moral. You can have your own, right? You should be thinking, what are some morals I got? I see some people writing already. That's amazing. Values. Everybody say values. 1, 2, 3. Values. Right. Why do you care about it? Why is it most important to you? Don't just have it. Like why? So for me, it was recognizing education. Education. Why is it important to me? Well, I felt that would be a ticket to take me out of my situation. I felt that was an opportunity. I told you I had never been out of Brooklyn, and so I was so excited to get out of there. Right? The right way, right? Why is it important to you? I understood no one finished college in my family. That was important to me. You might have a different reality. Maybe you want to be a professional content creator. Maybe you want to be a therapist. Maybe you want to be a counselor. Maybe you want to be a musician. Maybe you want to, be a beautician. Like, whatever your dreams and goals are, connect this tool that I'm giving you, your MVP, to it, because family, you will not be able to achieve it without getting your MVP right. Some of us are using our talents, right, instead of our values. So it's not enough just to go to class and, I'm just going here to go here. I don't know, I'm doing it because they told me. No. I know sometimes it can feel redundant, but get something out of this experience. Ask somebody something. Hey, can I get involved? Can I do something? Like, how can this help me? You should be thinking, right? And so we'll go last one. That was my education. Principles. Everybody say principles. 1, 2, 3. Principles. That's basically combining your morals and values. This is how it lives in real life. This is you acting in real life. So it's not enough for us to just talk about it. Sounds good. No. What principles do you stay by? This is how you're going to stay consistent. How do you live out what's right? Like, how do you live out after attending the 4th annual MLK Summit? How do you live out what the staff and all of us are encouraging you to do? How do you live that thing out, right? And so for me, it was consistency. My principals were watching me. My teachers were now watching me. They knew I had cut class and didn't end class. How I didn't attend class. How was I going to live out now, moving forward, right? And so I want you to think about that. Does this all make sense? Yeah. MVP, right? This is how you can become the MVP. To me, this is a huge tool when we think about here for a purpose. When we think about living in your purpose, I want you to hold this in your back pocket. Hang on to that pamphlet. This is not one of those that you throw away. Hang on to all of the documents that you got in today's baggie. This is a very important day for you. This is a life-changing day for you, right? And so let's go next slide. It's my thought that the blueprint, right, is already inside of you. There is nothing that I had to work out extra. Y'all follow me? I just had to look within and say, okay, I don't actually enjoy smoking weed like my friends do. And I was in the park with them, and so I felt encouraged to do it. I'm telling y'all the truth. Like, I felt encouraged in Brooklyn, New York to try, because when you're with friends, you're not going to be the only one out of the scythe, the pocket. You get what I'm saying? Like, they're playing with. I'm trying to be real with y'all. I hope somebody's getting this. I felt inclined, peer pressure, you know what I mean? I felt inclined to start roasting somebody. Hey, what you got on, man? Those sneakers is corny. Those sneakers is whack, because my friends were doing it. I had to look within and say, hold on. I was raised like this. Hold on, my mom fought to even be in this country. She navigated this country on her own to bring forth 8 of us in here. This is not my future. You have to be honest about where you go. And let me say something very quickly. Some of us might not come from family setups like what I'm describing. I want to encourage you today that even if you don't have a mom, a dad, a grandma, maybe it's a caregiver, maybe it's a cousin, like maybe it's somebody you don't even know. Like, I don't know, where are you going? Like, I remember my mom was in a shelter. That's a story for another day, but we grew up in there. I was with her. Like, whatever your setup is, I'm trying to tell you that you have purpose and it's inside of you. But if you don't spend time with it, scholars, oh man, it's as good as nothing. Appreciate you. That's important. I appreciate that. What's the 3-letter tool that can begin working on it? Beautiful. Next slide. I want you to use your community. That is an emphasis that I want to put on, right? Use your community, right? It's not just about you. There are people that are stationed, right? People that are stationed around to help and assist you. Remember, my mom and 4 teachers had to bring me a meeting. Sometimes you need to tell someone. No one knows if no one knows. Some of you are probably going through things silently. Please do not silently suffer. You have power, but only if you find it. Only if you activate it, right? There's a saying I want to give you, and I think this will help somebody. Power without purpose, what we're talking about today. You can have all the power in the world, but you could be wrong and strong. Loud and proud. Y'all know who I'm talking. You got some friends probably like that, or people that you know. We have to encourage each other. It's an us thing, community, to have purpose, right? Don't be somebody that's just ignorant. You're not listening to your teachers. You're not listening to your mom, your dad. They don't know what I'm talking about. They too old. No. It was up to me to listen. If I didn't listen that day, there was no way I would be in front of you today, right? So I want to encourage you guys to have patience. How quick does it take to refresh your feed on social media? A couple seconds. That can cause us to want things quicker in life. Would you agree? I get things quick, so that's what I'm used to. I'm encouraging you to be patient. I see my man shaking his head because he knows, right? You agree? You were like, right? He's agreeing, right? Take your time. Have patience. Patience is the strength to stay positive. Stay positive, scholars. I had to stay positive. Going back to class, it wasn't easy. Like, I'm watching my friends. Yo, look who's coming to class now after cut. You got to stay positive. Yo, man, I appreciate you. I'm here for a purpose, man. I saw a presentation, so I don't know. I'm thinking different. You got to stay positive. See your future. It might take a little while to get to that finish line, but stay positive. Next slide. Death is not the greatest loss in life, right? This is just a quote I wanted to leave you with, just to create some more urgency, right? The greatest loss of us, and this is from Norman C., is what dies inside us while living. Don't let your blueprint die, ladies and gentlemen. Don't let your blueprint die. This is a call to you. This is a charge to you. This is a challenge to you. This is an encouragement to you. Don't let your blueprint die. I believe in you, each and every one of you. I believe in you. Let's go next slide. We're just about done. Let's read it together. My blueprint will live and not die. One more time. My blueprint will live and not die. Keep that inside of you, right? Your blueprint for purpose, I believe, starts with the MVP that we talked about, right? Use them to not only to win, but also to help others. We talked about that, right? Each one teach one. Hold the door open for somebody else. Don't be selfish. Don't turn away just because somebody don't look like you. Just because somebody know where you from. I got love for y'all, and I mean just with like a general love, nothing weird, right? But a general love. Don't take me the wrong way, but a general love, despite how you guys look, right? And I encourage you to do similar, not about somebody's religion or background or where they come from or how they identify. Like, come on, it's a human thing. Dr. MLK Blueprint speech, as we honor him during this week, like it was a human thing. He believed in the beloved community. The beloved community, as we talked about earlier, that's diversity. That's no matter where we are, it's a human thing. Y'all with me? Yes, and that's important at a young age that you start to think like that. The world is bigger than Sullivan, this county. The world was bigger than Brooklyn. I had to invite that mentality. Let's finish. Next slide, next slide. Here we go. After today, you should be asking yourself, how will I show up? After today, how am I about to show up more here for a purpose? I believe some of you already have answers, and it will come through the next days. Last slide here. Remember, this is what it did for me. Check it out. Working with amazing scholars like you guys full-time, owning my own business. Never thought I would be doing this today. But this is where my purpose led me. Where will your purpose lead you? A question for you scholars. I'm finished. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. We'll go. Appreciate that. Thank you so much to everyone who invited me. It was a distinct honor and privilege. This is my first time in this area. It's an honor. I know how much excitement is around this event. So to be able to represent the committee and to support you all, you have to know that this is a huge honor for me because I was just in your seat not too long ago. And so I hope that this was, something powerful for you and will help to continue to transform your life in the best way possible.
Hi, I'm Amanda Langseeder, Senior Director of Prevention Programming here at Sullivan 180. And today we are here at our 4th annual MLK Day of Service Youth Summit. We have had the pleasure of having John Johnson as our keynote speaker and guest yesterday with a large group of 8th graders at our Monticello Middle School. But the MLK Day of Service started 4 years ago after a group of community organizations came together looking at our data on this county here. We have the highest rate of opioid overdose in all of New York State, highest rate of disconnected youth in all of the Hudson Valley, highest rate of high school dropouts, and those community organizations came together, there was one cry in the room, which is we have to do something. We have to come together and offer something to our young people so that they know they truly have a beloved community, in the words of MLK, that cares about them, that wants better for them, that wants to connect them with their doors of opportunity. So that started us 4 years ago, and here we are with our largest attendance yet, with an exciting visit from the Lieutenant Governor today at our 4th annual MLK Summit, and an incredible presentation from John Johnson, our keynote, that just connected with everyone, not just the youth in the room who I know were juiced up, but the adults in the room who don't always feel that they're living out their sense of purpose or need that reminder that they too are an important part of this beloved community that should be living their best life right here through the power of our youth work. So I think it was a great message. It was an incredible morning. The students are juiced up. They're heading out to their workshops, but they're at that energy level because of John, because of what he established this morning. It was the perfect start to this year's MLK Day of Service Youth Summit, and I am superbly grateful for John and his team and everyone that did everything to get ready for today.
This exercise was inspired by Big Brother Keith, right? So follow me. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. We believe. We achieve. I said we leave a legacy. When I say here for, you say a purpose. Here for. Here for. When I say my life, you say it's worth it. My life. My life. When I say here for, you say a purpose. Here for. Here for.